Jessie lives in Florida when she's not out on the road.
Yeah.
She and her husband, she just recently got married, and my wife and I were so, I guess, blessed to attend her wedding. And we are good friends with her and her family. And when actually went to Nashville to see the finals, and I'm sorry, this is the hard part because we have so much love for this young lady. You have no idea, and y'all are going to love her too. When she won this, we were probably the happiest people aside from her mom, her grandma, and her sister there and everybody was asking, so what's going on? Who is this? And we told everybody about her, and we have no qualms in doing that, and so she's come in to visit today.
That's super cool. Yeah, that was a pretty exciting night.
Kind of tell them some background about the contest, because, I mean, you beat out over 800 people to win this contract.
Yeah, it was really cool. I like how they set it up because it started at a local level.
Right.
So, like we were saying, I grew up here in southeast Missouri, but I ended up moving to Florida. That's where my husband's from. That's how I ended up down on the coast just a couple years ago. So I submitted a song to a local radio station in Florida, and the first round was this fan voting period.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of people submitted songs, and you got your friends to vote, and whoever got the most votes online got to perform at a live event finals down there.
Right.
So it was me and 4 other people, and we all sang a handful of songs and had some local celebrities judge us, entertainment writers and venue owners down there. And it felt like a beautiful, like, big neighborhood party.
Right.
All the contestants knew each other. We all play the same venues down there. We were all rooting for each other. And I ended up being the winner that night. And so that was really cool. I knew I kind of had won the region down there. But you didn't know if you were going to Nashville yet because each radio station had a winner. And there's 52 stations across the country, and they were only picking 10 of us to go to Nashville.
Wow.
So then when I found out I was one of the 10 to get to go to Nashville, I was very excited. This is a whole new level.
Right.
And all 10 of us sang one song at the Wild Horse in Nashville that night, and big celebrity judges were there that night.
Yes, they had Jimmy Harnon from Big Machine, who was the vice president. Terry Clark was one of the judges. Dan Huff, who is one of the biggest producers in Nashville.
Yeah.
And the last one, I can't ever remember her name.
Cindy Watts.
Yes, Cindy Watts. Yeah, she was a writer for the Tennessean, and they praised you beyond belief about your style, and I think Terry Clark summed it up best out of all of them, of how you just had that connection with people.
Thank you. It's kind of crazy, when I usually play, it's for a few hours, I entertain people, and this was one song. You got one song to introduce yourself to a very large audience and win the hearts of a few judges, and I don't know how they picked because everyone there that night was really good, but
right.
I am just so grateful that they did pick me and I get to continue this journey.
Right. You had people from, Wisconsin, New York. There was a couple of guys from Missouri that were there that had made it that far. And the odd part was when Lisa and I got down there, we found out that some of our friends were actually in that. And so we talked to them, and but we told them where our heart was, and we were rooting for Jessie the whole time. There was another young lady, and not to get the two confused, that was another Jessica. And but we made sure that everybody knew who we were there for. We wore our T-shirts, we had signs, we were rooting and rooting and rooting. So Jessie Ritter, now you put out an album. The album came out
end of July.
Okay, so it's been about 5 months now, 4 or 5 months, and it's a fantastic album.
Thank you.
The album is called Coffee Every Morning. And the song, we're going to start off with one of the songs on there, and then I'm going to let Jessie sing one that she's going to do by herself, just her and her guitar, and we'll allow that. But let's go ahead and give them a little taste of you. This is a song that, let's give them some background on the song. First off, the song is called Meet Your Mother.
Yeah.
And what's kind of the story behind Meet Your Mother?
Yeah, so I wrote this song when I was home in Cape for a few weeks hanging out. at my mom's house. I had a break between tours, and I was talking to my boyfriend at the time on the phone, and he says, you know, you've never visited Florida. I'd love to hang out with you. And I was like, yeah, I need to come down to the beach, see what it's about. I want to see where you're from. I've been hearing all these stories, and I want to get to know you better. And really, the song is about that desire to know a place better, you know.
Right.
Know your hometown, know what makes you who you are. And the hook came out, and I want to meet your mother. And I just think it's so perfect, especially because he has, like, the best family in the world.
Right. And we know Brian and his family. Her husband's name is Brian. He's a fantastic guy. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it up here with her. And so I just love talking to him. He's such a friendly fella. And his mom and dad, when we've met them, they've been wonderful. So I can see where this came from, and I can see once that came to fruition that you were like, yeah, you know.
I think this could work out.
Right. And so here's Meet Your Mother. It's Jessie Ritter, and we'll tell you some more about where you can find it and get the album if you like what you hear, because this is a fantastic album. And yes, I'm a little biased, and I'm not scared to admit it, but this is a great album. Here's Jessie with Meet Your Mother on Today's Country. It's My Country, 107.3 W3D. Well, we're going to get it to play, I promise. There we go.
Baby, I've been hearing stories about where you're from and what you wanna show me. Let's make it happen, and I'm talking now, 'cause I can't waste another day not know what you're about. I wanna meet your mother, wanna know your pa, wanna watch that sunset under southern skies near the water's edge where the crickets call. Somebody might fall in love. We can pop a top, stay up all night, see where this goes, count the stars above. We still got a lot to discover, but first I wanna meet your mother. I wanna take that back road where you wrecked your first car, that bright red T-top. You didn't get too far. We'll hit that dance hall that I've heard so much about. I'll be the new girl, the talk of this small town. When I meet your mother, when I know your pa, when we watch that sunset under southern skies near the water's edge where the crickets call. Somebody might fall in love. We can pop a top, stay up all night, see where this goes, count the stars above. We still got a lot to discover, but first I wanna meet your mother. Yeah. I don't know where we're going, and I don't know how this ends. I just know I'm ready for our story to begin. When I meet your mother, when I know your pa, when we watch that sunset under southern skies near the water's edge where the crickets call. Somebody might fall in love. We can pop a top, stay up all night, see where this goes, count the stars above. We still got a lot to discover. We still got a lot to discover, but first I wanna meet your mother. I wanna meet your mother, yeah. Hey!
Today's country, it's My Country 107.3 W3D. Jessie Ritter, Meet Your Mother. If you don't love that song, you better check your pulse, is all I got to say. It's an amazing song. We were just talking about it, and you were telling me kind of when you were recording it with a full band, a lot of the stuff I know when you write, it's just you and your guitar, but when you get an opportunity to do it with a full band because you're recording it, it's just uncanny as to what what you're doing and stuff.
It's so cool to see the evolution of a song from me sitting in my little music room or, by the river or wherever I happen to bring my guitar with me that day. Just me and my tiny little best friend here. And to a full production. It's all grown up.
I know. It's so cool to think about because, you've been writing for a long time.
Yeah.
You started singing, and I remember when we had talked before, you told me that you were at the age of 2 singing The Lion King on the front porch, and I thought, oh, my gosh.
I've been singing for a long time, and I think I started writing songs when I was about 8 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to play the guitar yet. I just strummed.
Right.
Nothingness, but I was coming up with words and melodies and even a rhythm for the first time. And when I was 13, I started learning how to play, and now here we are.
Right, and it's so cool because when you think about hearing stuff that you've done before, and now your writing style is exactly what Nashville needs. Because with this album, now let me give you a rundown. This album has 10 songs on it. There are 3 songs on this album you did not write. By yourself. One of them you co-wrote with a friend of yours, Maggie Thorne, who is another artist from Southeast Missouri. And let's see.
There's a co-write with her. There's a co-write with my grandpa.
Right, on No Matter What.
Yeah,
is that it? No.
My Life with You.
My Life with You, right. And her grandpa is...
he was an amazing man,
right.
And it was this love poem that he had written to my grandmother. And for their 50th wedding anniversary, I took that poem and turned it into the chorus of this song.
And it's an amazing song. It really is. And then
so
you
that's
have you have one that you had nothing as far as writing goes, and it's Dolly Parton's Jolene, but it's a whole different twist on the song. A little bit, I think you told me, and you listen to it, you'll hear a little bit darker version of Jolene.
And that's one of those songs I'd just been playing for so long. I think I had been singing that song long before I really knew what it was about, but it's been with me for so long. It kind of feels like it's become part of my catalog, even though I could never claim ownership. I've been singing it longer than I have my own songs.
Right.
And it's one of those songs that people request every night when I play, before they know it's on the album. So there's something about my voice and that song that pairs in people's minds before I ever say anything about it. So, and a lot of people have asked for a recording, so it got its own special spot amongst all my originals.
That's so cool. But the album itself, again, it's called Coffee Every Morning, and we're gonna take a break here. I've got to take a break to pay the bills, and then we're gonna come back with Jessie and allow her to entertain us in studio with her guitar and her beautiful voice with another song that's on the album, and we'll get into kind of that song about where it came from and things as well. That's all coming up on today's Country, My Country 107.3 W3D. Long way, and we're right there supporting her. So we're going to give you the opportunity, Jessie. I want you to sing one of the songs off the album. I'm going to let you pick which one because I know there's 10 songs and they're all your favorite.
I know, it's hard to choose. I'll pick a happy one. How about that?
So we're going to allow Jessie to do that. What song are you going to pick?
We'll play Young. So Meet Your Mother's the first on the album, and I think Young is the second one. And this song is just fun. It's about a reckless, passionate kind of love that you don't really know how it's going to end.
Is this anything that is, because I know the way a lot of your writing goes, is this a little bit of a family experience, not necessarily with you?
Yeah, so I was asking my mom, how did she know she wanted to marry my father?
Right.
And she said, of course, there was many, many reasons, but she said, one of the reasons I knew I wanted to marry your dad is because he would keep me young. it was very adventurous. So then she said, but after we got married, there was all the water skiing and the mountain climbing and this constant action and adventure. She said, I was so exhausted. I was afraid he might put me in the grave early. And I think a lot of women with very adventurous husbands might feel that way. But I took that idea of that love, the kind of love that keeps you young, really no matter what that may mean. And
Right.
I turned it into this song.
Okay, and Jessie Ritter, and she's going to do Young for us, and go with it. Let's just let them have it.
Take it away? All right.
All right.
Running down Thompson Ridge in old blue jeans. A triple backflip off a rusted tire swing. Broken arm and trophy scars. Oh, that's one hell of a way to win a heart. Might kill him for it keeps us young. Young like summer nights, dance around in circles, raining in the moonlight. Young when you fall so fast, busy being 17 and hoping this love lasts. Might kill us before we're done. Love keeps us young. Smoking those cigarettes down by the dock, erasing my dad's Corvette against the clock. 1950 classic red, that slow Patron buzz in our head. Might kill me for fun. At least it keeps us young. Young like summer nights, dancing around in circles, bathing in the moonlight. Young when you fall so fast, busy being 23 and hoping this love lasts. Might kill us before we're done. Love keeps us young. Open arms, falling hard, can't keep up with this pace for long. I know I'll still want you when you're gone and beyond. Young like summer nights, dancing around in circles, bathing in the moonlight. Young when you fall so fast, living like we're 17 and hoping this love lasts. Might kill us before we're done. Might kill us before we're done. Love keeps us young.
All right, I don't have a crowd in here to clap, but I'm going to anyway. It was Jessie Ritter and her song Clap. Exactly, her song Young. Clap. What am I talking about?
Can I clap?
Yeah. That was her song Young. It is on the album Coffee Every Morning. Now, if you want to find out more about Jessie, the best place to do it is jessieritter.com.
Yes.
There's the information you want. You can find out her background. You can find out some things about her. I will say this. Jessie is kind of a black sheep of her family, and she's the only one that did not follow the family business, so to speak, and has done music. But she is going to do very well at it. I know she will. And hopefully we'll get to have you back here to join us with something before too long.
That would be awesome.
And-
I try to make it up to Missouri as often as I can, where my mom is, and
Right.
anything around the area is home too.
And so we want Jessie to be back, and we posted that on the website that we were going to talk to her today, or on our Facebook page, and we'll have part of the interview up and to where they can listen to that before long as well. And we want you back. I'd love to see you come back and after we see how things are going and get an update, or email me and I'll let them know, because I have a feeling that Southern Illinois is going to love you as much as everywhere else you've been.
I hope so. We'll have to do some shows here someday soon.
That will be great. Jessie Ritter, everybody. And again, if you need to check her out, now I'm going to let you tell them where to find, because there's more places they can locate you beside the website, but that's the very best.
Yes, JessieRitter.com is kind of the hub for everything, but these songs are on iTunes, Spotify. You can say, Alexa, play Jessie Ritter, and I'll start singing to you. So I try to be as accessible as possible.
So there you go. You have a smart speaker at home, then your house can be full of Jessie Ritter music because you'll love it, trust me. So again, Jessie, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
It's been great to see you again, and we are going to allow her to get out of here. We got more music on the way for you. It's Today's Country, My Country, 107.3. Gary Allen right now. It's Man to Man on Today's Country, My Country, 107.3 W3D.